This episode of Mayo and Moxie is about a very sensitive topic. This may be a trigger to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Good morning.
Hello, Moxie.
Hi, dear.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
And how are you dealing with this? I don't know about anybody else and how it's going on the other part of the country, but in this part of the country, we're in the 60s, then we're in the 90s, and then it's humid, and then it's cold and rainy, and,
Yes.
and my body's going, brr, I'm sweating. Brr.
And today we had a lot of the smoke coming down from the Canada. So while you're listening to this podcast, no matter what time it is,
That's right.
we are in that time frame.
When you're looking, it might be haze and not fog.
Yes, exactly.
If you're finding it
Although
difficult,
it was foggy out in the morning.
yeah, which I think the smoke made it extra thick.
Yeah, it was. It does. I don't get the smell of the smoke anymore.
Not as much as a few days ago, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Right.
So I have a question for you.
Sure. What's on your mind?
I was thinking about talking about something that might be a trigger warning today.
Okay.
Because it's happened to me more than once. And I think that it's something that both men and women can relate to. It doesn't just happen to women. I'd like to talk about unwanted touch, unwanted advances, unwanted words. And I know there's going to be a lot of eye rolling and a lot of people saying people are too sensitive. People have too much baggage. People are too crazy. People are too this. People are too that. But when it comes down to it, if you are doing something that's making somebody else uncomfortable, that's enough.
Right.
That's enough for you to stop.
No matter if it's at home or on social media or wherever, right?
Right. And that's the important part. You nailed it.
Yeah.
It's not just at home.
Right.
It's not just in public.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's social media. It's going out to your restaurants. It's in parking lots. It's at schools. It's everywhere. And
a lot of people stay quiet because they don't know what to do. Right.
As somebody who's had this happen to her more than once, originally I stayed quiet because I thought nobody would believe me.
Yeah.
I have big breasts. I must be showing them off. Therefore, I gave unwanted attention. Therefore, I asked for it. I showed too much legs. Therefore, I asked for it. I stared too long at somebody in the eyes. Therefore, I asked for it. I watched the wrong thing and said I liked something sexual. Therefore, I asked for it. I wore my bathing suit outside of my property. Therefore, I must have asked for it.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
I told you were handsome in a photo. Therefore, I asked for it. You and I held hands once. I asked for it. You kissed me once upon a time. Therefore, I asked for it forever. So I don't know how many of you can relate to any of this. And the same goes for men, because I've heard this happen to men as well. Just because somebody has dated you, kissed you, or had sexual contact with you of some kind does not give you rights to that person till the end of time.
Absolutely.
You don't get to pick up where you left off when you stop talking to somebody for a few years and go, we did this once, so I'm going to come over and we're going to do this, right?
That gets my blood boiling, by the way. And
I can see it. I can see it in your face. And this is what it really happens.
It does. Because I'm not like that. And, some people aren't like that. And I would never do that.
No,
ever.
I don't think you would.
I wouldn't. I can't. It's not in my blood. And some people that do
and
this.
And you were raised to be respectful toward women, right?
Yes. And I grew up with a lot of sisters and her friends and a lot of female friends. And I would never treat my female.
Can I ask you a question as a man?
Yeah.
If you had certain contact or a relationship with a female, would you feel that gives you rights to when you see her again if you were to go on a date?
Absolutely not.
Right.
That's not even, it comes across my brain.
And it comes across so many.
It does.
So,
because what you said, you just hit the nail on the hammer right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way you just talked about it.
Yep.
That's what happens to a lot of people, and it's sad.
It really is. There's a lot of entitlement.
Yes.
And that you are a piece of property or a inanimate object that gets to be fondled. Now this is going to come across as this. Well, she must be prude. She doesn't like to have sex, and she's this, that. She must be gay. She must be that. Well, I'm just going to say this and put myself out there. I am in the world of kink. I'm not going to explain that. But so I am the furthest from that. Therefore, I still have rights. Just because somebody might be into something doesn't mean that they're asking for it from everybody or want any of that attention.
You're not my
anybody.
Property, and I'm not yours. And you have to be singled out. You have to still stay grounded. I can't tell you what to do.
Correct.
And I'm not ever going to tell you what to do.
And how about this one? This is another one. The false groping. I put my arm over your shoulder too far and touched your breast. Or the girl that walks by the guy in the bar and grazes his butt.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's not how you flirt.
That is not an oops.
Sick. Yeah, that's sick.
That is not an oops.
You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
And stop it.
And then there'll be those who will say, I was too drunk. We had too much to drink. I don't remember any of it. Therefore, it didn't happen because it wasn't me.
I say,
well,
bull.
That puts you more in the dangerous spot, because now you're unpredictable when you drink and you don't remember.
Yeah.
That's even scarier.
I just don't see you have to be really obliviated to not remember something. I mean, when I was just off topic, but I was at a karaoke event when I was doing karaoke, and I had like too much tequila.
Ooh.
And I still remembered what happened.
Okay.
I did. I still remember what happened to this day.
Sure.
So you can't tell me you don't remember. I think it's a cop-out. Unless you pass out, right?
If you're going to be the person that blacks out all the time and doesn't remember everything, you might want to look into that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm saying this because this has happened a lot to me, especially since I've been on the podcast, where people have come out of the woodwork and think that I should hook up with them because they've wanted to hook up with me for so long.
Yeah, right.
And that I should
doesn't make sense.
somehow do this for them.
I get blown away by the things that people are doing, especially now, since this. What gives that person a right to actually do this and say this to you while we're doing this? Even if we're not doing this, what gives them the right?
I don't know, but what's even more flooring is that if you stick up for yourself and confront that person, you now become every slur in the book, and you are now, bat poop crazy, and you're a Karen.
Because you're not taking it.
Because you're not taking it.
Yeah.
And I've literally had guys say, I'd be like, so you think that I should just sit here and take your advances because you think that I need affection?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I think you have a problem because you need affection, and the fact that you think I'm too handsy is you've got issues.
Yeah. Just because they think of something as their way, it's not true. It's not the correct way. You stupid.
I'm like, now, groping and stalking is not visiting and cuddling.
Yeah.
If you're making that delusion,
oh my goodness,
something's wrong with you.
Yes.
It's not that person. There's something wrong with you.
Right. Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
And I will also say this. I don't care if he or she is a stripper. If they say, don't touch me, don't touch them.
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't care your age. I don't care your ethnicity. I don't care your weight. I don't care your sexual orientation. I don't care how much money you have. Any of that. If somebody says, no, please don't, stop, you're hurting me, those are all forms of don't do it.
It almost goes back to bullying too.
It does. It does. It's above bullying.
It's above, yeah.
Yeah, it's the next step after.
Can't you think about what you're going to say before you open your mouth?
Or don't.
Don't say anything at all if you're not going to say anything respectful either.
And if you know you're getting intoxicated, which most of us who drink know when we're starting to feel tipsy, back off.
Yeah. Back off.
Back off. You know that you make stupid decisions when you're drinking.
Do I have to tell you water, drink, water, drink, water, then
And it's hard enough that children have to go through what they go through, that they have to see adults acting this way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that young women are seeing older men act this way toward them.
Yeah.
and vice versa. I feel for people in today's world and the challenges that they face, and the ability to stick up for yourself being something that's difficult, because women are just labeled when they stick up for themselves.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
And I'm feisty.
Yeah.
Like, don't label me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, am I trying to tone down my feistiness? Absolutely. But that's
Right.
how hyped I am at this point, where I am so sick and tired of dealing with this stuff that I am just like, put them up. Like, nobody's listening.
I know we haven't had social media for a while, since like 2008. But when we were growing up, the kids, like, did it happen to you like when you were younger? Because a lot of kids, it's like the form of bullying, obviously, and
it's different.
Like, if they're doing it now, they probably done it back then. You know what I mean? During school, probably.
When we were children, we didn't have the social media, so we weren't able to contact a number of people at any given time, and or set up meetups to meet underage people, or overaged people meeting underaged people, or whichever. So,
but like on the bus,
when we were kids, you dealt with it in your house or at school or wherever your social circle was doing things.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately dealt with it closer to home. Because we didn't go anywhere. There, I don't know about you. There wasn't any places.
No, there wasn't.
To go.
That's why when you asked me, where'd you go? It's like, we didn't go many places.
No. And did we put up with it at the social places we went to? Yeah, but not to this degree.
Right. But in school, like I said, in your school days, like someone would call you. If you something sort of name, and
I got things like Bouncing Becky.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So that person there, if you find that person, I'm guaranteed he's doing it now.
No,
think,
I have to disagree. So remember when we were talking about bullying?
Yeah.
And you mentioned you were a bully, and
Right.
how you went up to that person and apologized.
True.
We could say you would still be bullying to this day.
That's true. Right.
So I've had people that I've said, you remember when you were like this?
Yeah.
And then be like, oh my God, I said that to you.
Yeah, I know it. I'm wondering what the percentage is of
I
not
did
doing
your
that
thing
anymore.
and apologized to somebody recently, being like, I'm wicked sorry if I was part of that crew that picked on you.
Yeah.
About being a bigger girl and this, that, and that. I'm not that person.
Right.
And she said, gee, I don't remember you ever saying anything like that, but thank you.
Yeah. Some people really block it out. But the bullies probably remember more.
But because we have social media, and we have cell phones, computers,
remember what we
watches, whatever, we have every way for it to beat it into your brain that it happened.
Yeah.
Or that people can contact you for it to happen. I've had to block like 15 to 20 people since I've started the podcast.
Me too.
From bullying to unwanted sexual whatevers.
Right. If you want to say bad things to us, guess what? You're blocked. I'm sorry. I mean, not that I like to. I don't
like to block anybody.
I don't like to block anybody either. But if you're gonna come across like how you've been describing and things like that, then I don't need that type of person in my world. You don't need that type of person in my world.
I don't need ulterior motives, mischievousness, out for one's personal gain. Mm-hmm. I'm not into any of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, this whole episode is about having a voice and knowing that it's okay to have a voice and that let them call you crazy 8 million times. Yeah. It doesn't matter if they're calling you crazy because your circle doesn't care that they're calling you crazy.
Okay, so
say no. It's okay to say no. It's not okay for people to do the accidental slide grope. Yeah. It's not okay for people to talk about what they want to do to you and X, Y, and Z. And none of it is okay.
No.
If you like those things, again, that's okay too.
Yeah.
If you like being catcalled, if you liked these things, that's your prerogative.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm trying to let you know there's both sides of the fence. No means no. And if somebody likes it, that's to each his own.
Yes.
But respect it.
I agree.
Respect it.
Right.
Like, you're not going to force somebody to eat livers and onions if they don't like liver and onions.
And if someone wanted to date you, that's not how you go about it. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Thank you.
You stupids.
So I've had that so many times too. Like,
it's like,
so you got upset that I said something about your breasts and now you don't want to date me. I think you're a rude beep 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 beep.
Yeah,
and I was like,
right.
Well, I'm
It's
sorry
like,
you think that's rude. You're totally not my type. See ya.
Yeah. Why are you getting mad at me? You loser.
You just came off as a creeper.
Yeah. Very creepy.
But there's never that.
I think people need to know how you can deal with this if it happens to them, because I'm sure it's happening to some people out there. So what do you do?
First, if you're not comfortable if you're a younger person, going to your guidance counselor, or if you're not comfortable talking to your own therapist, there's your friends. There's Nell Quit for women. I'm not sure of support groups, but we will find support groups for men and put them up there for you when we can find some.
Okay.
You can come to Mayo and Moxie, and we can support you and help guide in right directions. I know that police is with some people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's a touchy thing.
It is a touchy thing. I will say that those of you who experience unwantedness in the world of kink, there is a hotline called La Red, which will tell you what is okay and not okay in the kink world. So you can know when you're being taken advantage of if you might not know. It's called La Red, and that's a hotline.
Do you think this is what's happening to you because of that? What you are used to do?
I think that people think that they want to teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
And show me who's boss. And because I also stick up for myself and don't put up with a lot of bull, and I call people on the carpet that they want to teach me lessons.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something that's not right and I have the proof or the legal standing or the know-how or backed up knowledge of it, I'm going to call you on it.
Yeah.
You don't get to victimize
walk
people
all over me.
or walk all over people
Yeah.
and think you're going to get away with it and everybody's going to keep their mouth shut.
Yes.
Karma will eventually catch up with people, and I will be a voice for those who can't speak for as long as I can speak.
Absolutely. Thank you, Moxie.
Absolutely. So if anybody's experiencing unwanted touch or talk or anything of that, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
Please reach out to somebody. It doesn't make you a prude. It doesn't make you no longer cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you crazy.
Yes.
It just makes you responsible for yourself and your own health.
They will try to make you crazy.
They will want you to feel that way, so you don't
are
say
the
anything.
One who is the issue here, not them.
So
which isn't true.
What often happens is they will try to make you scared to the point that you did something wrong that you won't go seek help.
Yeah.
Like, I got this. You hurt my fingers and you've sent me some photos when we were dating. I'm going to tell people you were like this, this, and this. So if you call the police, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin your world. And I'm just like, oh my God, they can ruin my world?
Yeah.
They can't ruin your world because they've already ruined part of it by doing what you don't want.
Yeah.
So they know that they've done this thing that is wrong. So they're going to try to do anything they can to make you look like the guilty one who did something wrong to them first.
Absolutely.
You asked for it. You asked, maybe if you didn't talk back so much and shut your mouth, maybe I wouldn't have done X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, and this is a different topic for another day, is I've also been beaten. It
kind of goes along with it.
Yeah, it does. And has relayed this to some people that I've called friends, male friends. And literally the words out of their mouth were, yeah, but what did you do to lead up to it? What did you say to him?
Are you kidding me?
To make him almost break your hands?
Are you kidding me? It's not your fault at all.
That's literally...
It's not your fault.
So,
when someone puts violence on you,
if you've gotten beat up more than once by a guy, what did you do?
Or a girl. That could be Joe.
I'm sorry. There are some rugged females out there that will push a guy around. So I'm sorry for doing that. This happens to men too.
And from my stance is, if it's a girl, then they could actually...
What did you do?
They could say anything.
What, you're not big enough of a man that you're going to say that a woman did this to you? You're that much of a baby and don't have any muscles that you're going to let me push you around? Nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah. Right. And you can actually say whatever you wanted to say.
You have psychological issues, and I can prove that you have mental PTSD and some bipolar in there. I'm pretty sure we can call you crazy. Nobody's going to believe you either.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's what's happening to a lot of people, and that's why everyone keeps their mouth shut.
Right.
What did you do to deserve it?
Yeah.
Nothing. You did nothing to deserve this. That is their way of covering their butt. They're going to make you feel so small and scared that you won't say anything, so they'll be clean and free.
Yeah.
And you will feel guilty for the rest of your life, wondering, at least for me, what did I do? What did I do?
Yeah.
And what did I do?
What did you do to deserve this?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Did I stick up for myself too much?
I mean,
did I wear a too low cut dress? Did I drink too much and I slurred so I act like I asked for it? This is what goes through survivors. We're not going to say victims, survivors. We are survivors.
Yeah, you are.
We lived through it. This is what goes through our brain.
Yeah.
What did we do to deserve it? And I'm going to keep telling you until you get it. Nothing. I don't care if you're nose to nose with somebody having an argument. They have no right still to touch you.
That's right.
And I did have a man recently say to me, if a woman's going to talk to me like a man talks to me, and I'm looking into the camera because I want people to understand, if you're going to talk to me like a man talks to me, and I would normally punch a dude out for that, I have every right to punch a chick because she thinks she can talk like a dude.
Oh my goodness.
This is what I was told recently by somebody I've known for 8 years, and my only response to this was, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Like, what?
This is
You're giving
mind-blowing.
the justified reason for beating on a woman is because she talked to you like a dude, and you would have beat up a dude for the same thing? Really?
Don't get me started.
Really. And I do everything I can do to contain my anger because I'm feisty. I took martial arts for a while.
You're not going to take it.
But
some people will, and they don't know how to.
They don't.
They don't know how to,
They're scared.
They're scared. Yeah, absolutely.
They're scared. They think they did
Which is
something.
normal.
Totally normal.
Because they could hurt you, and you don't want to get hurt. So you'll do whatever you can to stay, too, which isn't healthy.
You can always call 911.
You can. But then they're still scared because if they don't go to jail and they don't do as much as they want them to do, they're going to come after you.
And I've dealt with that. And I have had repercussions. Yeah. And it is scary.
I mean, you can block people on social media if they keep doing this. And then hopefully they won't come back around and try to do, like I've had somebody try to stalk me and then I block them, but then they create another profile and then they just keep creating the profiles and they try to be your friend and come back, Well,
I will say this, and you might not know this. If you decide to press charges and go to court with it, the court system has advocates. They are called victim witness protection. Something. They are people who sit with you, go with you into the courtroom and essentially don't leave your side because you're scared.
Right.
I've used them. They are great. That is a source to always help you. 911, your friends, your teachers, your guidance counselor, your therapist, your religious leader. Those are all people you can turn to for help. Us.
Yeah. If you go to court now, you don't have to face them anymore. They they put them on Zoom or whatever on video from another room.
When I went through my court situation and my domestic situation, the district attorney appeared in court for me. I didn't have to go at all.
Great.
Which is fantastic.
Yes. I think it's gotten a lot better now with the court system. Thank you very much for doing this, especially for women.
Yeah,
because they don't want to see it. They don't want to run into their victim. It is very awkward. Yeah, inside, especially if you're married or you're getting divorced, and then you have to see them, and they really hurt you.
Absolutely.
I'm just so sorry for people that have to go through this because just people are just we're human beings and we're all the same, and we should treat each other with respect and love.
If you feel not comfortable with anybody helping you out or going to court with you, I will sit in that courtroom with you.
Absolutely.
I will sit in the pew and stare down whoever it is and be by your side because that is more helpful. I actually had a bailiff that I knew stood right beside me between me and him, and this dude was built. You couldn't see around him if you tried, and he did it so that he couldn't look at me.
I just want to say to all the people out there who are hating on you right now, it's driving me bonkers. I can't stand it. They don't know you. They don't even talk to you, all right? And you are such a good person, and this should not be happening to you or anyone. I'm serious. You really are. And the people who love you and like you for who you are know it, whether it's family, friends, whatever, So I just want you to know that
nobody's perfect.
That nobody's perfect.
And I don't claim to be
perfect. But you are fighting this off very well, and you're being strong, and things are going to get better, and they will get better for you and for everybody else if you just continue just to do what you do.
Right. And stand up.
Stand up.
The people
Absolutely.
who can't speak need people like me and you to speak for them. So with that being said, I need a tissue and we gotta go.
Okay.
But please get some help and know that no is okay to say, and you don't have to just take it because somebody tells you should.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Moxie.
Thank you
for bringing this out.
And thank you for being support for me.
Absolutely. I am supportive.
And David too.
Absolutely. Thank you, David.
Thank you. And to all of you out there, we love you and we're here for you.
Absolutely. Love you.
All right.
Love
all
you.
right.
I love you.
Let's go get tissues.
You take care. All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.